Hello Empower Tribe, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for visiting. If this is your first time, my name is Helena Larson. I'm actually a trauma coach, and I do these videos called daily reflections to just kind of bring us back to basics and to remind us of the simple things and the lessons that it brings to us. How is everybody's holiday? How is your Christmas? Finally, Christmas is over, and now we are inching towards the year 2022. And I hope that my past videos of reflection has inspired you. And without further ado, we are going into the Book of Awakening. You can find this in Barnes and Nobles or my Amazon store, which would have this book. That way you don't have to search everywhere for it. Today's passage is titled Life on the Edge. You are that which you are seeking. When I feel lonely, my first thought is that you hold the key to my loneliness. When I feel confused, my first thought is that you, or someone neither of us knows, is more clear. If I can only find them and get them to speak. When wanting respect, my first thought is that it's waiting on the other side of some mammoth achievement I must devote myself to. I try so hard to find what I need or want outside of myself, certain it is waiting for me somewhere just over there. In the end, seeking only brings us to the edge of knowing ourselves. If we never look inward, we tend to become experts at life on the edge. While seldom unlocking what all our seeking means, we can become masters at climbing the mountains of the world instead of breaking trail to the center of our woundedness. We can become masters at driving fast cars through the night instead of moving through the dark corners of our mind. We can become masters at seducing strangers in the name of love instead of embracing the softer, less perfect aspect of who we are. Seeking in the world has always been a way to mirror to us where we need to work inwardly, but seeking danger outside has always been a way to divert the soul's cry for us to take a genuine risk inside. So I really like today's passage, Living on the Edge. I think all of us, easiest way to solve any of our life's problem is to look outside, right? I think that the reason why we do that is because the external factors, what we see in the world, is truly how we reflect the world back to ourselves. So depending on how people respond to you, depend on the situations that you're going through, those are evidence of what is happening in your life. And I can share my own fair share of experience about how I've climbed up the corporate ladder, and I keep thinking that the only way to find happiness and fulfillment is to get to the next level of my career. And I would work hard, and I would I would devote my entire self thinking that that next promotion is going to bring me fulfillment and a sense of purpose. But the truth is that isn't the case. As I shared in my previous video, when I got to the top, I felt like nothing was what I imagined it to be. I was feeling very burnt out. I was feeling very empty, and in my mind I'm thinking like, this is it, this is all that I was sweating for, and I didn't find joy. In fact, I find myself feeling very burnt out, and I felt like I've lost myself. And how many times have we done that, right? How many times have we done that to every single thing in our life? If I buy this machine, I'm going to start working out on Monday, and that will give me the jump start I need to lose 50 pounds, for example. And I know, like, it's a little bit ridiculous, but that's how we roll, all of us. And I've also said in my previous videos about diving in. That has been my journey in the last 2.5 years, is really diving into myself. I've shared in my videos before too that I used to fill my life with things, the next Louis Vuitton purse, the next the next cool and trendy thing that would bring me fulfillment and happiness in my life. The same thing I do at work, the next, working hard for that next promotion. And it never was enough. And it never brought me any sort of resolution in my life. Because what I realized is none of those external things that we are fighting and working hard for is ever the answer. And that emptiness and that longing for fulfillment and purpose ultimately can only come from yourself. Because there is no amount of things, or there's no amount of promotions, or there's no amount of relationships that is going to make you feel whole inside. And when you feel that emptiness inside, it's because your soul is reflecting to yourself what you need. But our answers to our problems or to our circumstances is always based on visual things that we can see, that brings evidence to our eyes, and so is true. But the reality is that is absolutely not true. In my 2.5 years of journeying to myself, and it's still a continual journey because we evolve as time goes, is to really dive into what these things mean. And really, for me, my journey is really diving into those behaviors or those mindsets that I have, to dissect them and to understand what truly am I looking for, right? When I make that purchase, or when I work hard for that next thing, what was I truly looking for? And truly my searching for was this hole that I was trying to fill, which was a sense of belonging and a true sense of purpose and fulfillment. But unfortunately, the only way to be able to truly experience that is not from what we can see or receive from the outside. Because you can receive so many things and buy so many things to fill the holes in your soul. But if you don't believe that what you're doing is truly bringing you belonging, joy, and fulfillment and purpose, there is never ever enough things or experiences, visual experiences or evidences that is going to truly make you believe that is possible for you, because you lack the belief in yourself that you truly belong, and you need evidences that is evident based on the circumstance and external factor that would give you evidence that what you're looking for is true. So it is very reliant on what's happening around us. And through my journey, I have been a mess of emotions because my external factor never stays the same. Things change, people move, you get curveballs thrown at you with life, and I realized that what I was searching for cannot come from outside of myself. And the only way to truly feel a sense of contentment, joy, belonging, fulfillment, purpose is to truly feel that from the inside out. And that takes an amount of diving into yourself. I think we are in such a material world, and I'm not saying material in buying things, but like things that we can physically see, physically touch, physically, experience, that to us is evidence of what reality is. But reality is what we make it up to be. And so many of us are dissatisfied with life because the reality that presents out to us is what we create the stories to be. And those stories that we create from ourselves is not necessarily the truth of what truly is happening. And so many of us end up feeling lonely. You know, we seem like we have a gajillion friends, but end of the day, when we come home and we look at our house, and although we have all these people around us, we still feel so deeply lonely inside. And that's like the worst feeling, because I've been there and I know. It's like I have my kids around me, I have my husband, I have family, but deep down I still feel like I'm so alone in this place, in this world. Like, why do I still feel so lonely? You know, even though there's all these people around me. Because they can't be the reason why I feel less lonely, because I need to dive into why I truly feel lonely inside. And that was because I had the belief that I was different, and I had the belief that nobody understands me. I have the belief that life needs to be a certain way that I've imagined it to be, but it isn't always the case. And so in this video, I really want to encourage you to really think about life in a completely different way, and really start looking at life from deep within yourself versus looking at the evidences that life has to show you about what you perceive your life to be. Because through my journey of self-discovery and diving deep into who I truly am and what I'm searching for, those feelings that I'm looking for can only come from deep within me. And I truly believe that it would be the same for you. So if you are someone that has been looking for answers from outside of yourself, I would challenge you to really dive deep into your emotions and really think about, like, what am I truly seeking outside of all these things that's outside of me? You know, what am I truly seeking? What is this hole that I'm trying to fill that I can't seem to get to? No amount of things, no amount of relationships, no amount of anything that can fill that hole. And that's where you really need to spend your time diving into, because that's going to be the answer to, you know, all this unhappiness and dissatisfaction that you've been feeling in your life. I know, because I've been that person. So I hope this video inspires you to really think outside of the box. You know, stop accepting the physical things around you to be evidences of what your life is, but start looking within to find out how can you within yourself create those experiences versus waiting for life to happen to you on the outside in order for you to feel like you're fulfilled. Because then you will never ever be content, and you'll never ever be happy, and you'll never ever be who you truly are outside of what's happening around you, because it is determined by the outside factors, which is ever changing. It will always change and it will never stay the same, because the only person, the only thought, the only emotions that you can truly be in control of is the one that you hold the key to, and that's yourself. So I hope this challenges you. I hope this inspires you. I hope this video serves you. If you have any questions, comments, feedback, please feel free to leave me your questions on my channel. Subscribe, like, share, and I hope to see you ladies again. And I think if you have the mindset of what we just talked about, the year 2022 will be absolutely fantastic for you. You will not even dive into more of who you really are, but you will really discover what you truly are capable of. Well, you have a fantastic day, and I'll see you soon.